Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to some Railroad Corporation with the AngryRagtimer. Last time we did mission number 1 here in the campaign. We're going back in, and we're going to continue trying to build up our overall wealth, trying to do some of the missions here, and seeing what happens. So let's go ahead and get back to where we were. On the first mission, we were mainly trying to get a steel production started up, getting that running, and now we have some new challenges ahead of us here, so let's see what they are. Alrighty. So this is where we were at the end of our last mission with a company net value of about $1.5 million. Got quite a bit of rewards. Let's go on to the next mission here. And before that, we need to upgrade. So we have a couple of different tracks that we can go down. We can either go geologist, which will help lower costs for track laying, soil works, bridge building, and tunnels, which will certainly help us out. Engineering is for research prices to drop, locomotives aging, building construction costs, department upgrade costs, which is going to help us out in the long run here. HR recruitment, employee salary is going to happen, I believe, in either this mission or the next one here. Relocation costs, and then the financier, upkeep of your locomotives costing less, profits going up. So we have a couple of tracks to go down. Usually what I like to do is I like to do a lot of research to try to upgrade my stuff. So we're going to do a little bit of the research. We got 1,900 points here. So let's go. Research start price is going to go down by 3%. Let's see. I also like having the upkeep going down. So let's go get that. We've got 750 left to play with. So our upkeep of the locomotives and buildings is going to go down. Let's see. And let's get our track laying costs to be a little bit less. So we'll get like a base in most of the categories. We still have 100 experience left over, but that'll just help us here. So total research start price is 3% less. Upkeep of all locomotives 7% less. Upkeep of buildings 7%, and track laying cost is 5% less. So let's go ahead and get on with the next mission then. Real deals! We've executed our first large order, and now it's time to deal with something even bigger. So we've now received an order. We need to produce a consignment of clothes to deliver it to Atlanta. Knoxville's our starting point because it has a clothes factory. We have to hire a few employees. We have to get good people for that. Company doesn't pay for good looks. Wow, they're just calling them out right off the bat. Also buy a textile factory to save us money. It's much more profitable to produce and sell your own goods. In general, it'd be nice to purchase all the enterprises so we can start buying stuff. So let's go. All right, so off the bat, we're in Knoxville. So we're in one corner of the map. We got a fairly large map. Chattanooga is usually a good place to build to first because that's going to get you a good passenger traffic between Knoxville and Chattanooga. Plus, another big thing, the wheat field. So this may be a little weird, but right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and buy the wheat farm. And while that did ding us for almost 30, 40, 42 grand, that's going to help us long term because then we don't have to buy the wheat. We can just have it shipped as a raw commodity and then, of course, send it to the farm. So that's going to help us here. So we're going to go ahead and just start building our track. We're going to head due west here. I believe this direction we're facing, at least what's facing on the screen at the moment. And we're going to go ahead and get to Cooksville. And right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and get a John Bull. And it's going to pick up 5 cars of that and deliver it back to Knoxville. So that's going to go once we unpause. And then we're also going to go ahead and build down to Chattanooga and get a second locomotive, also a John Bull, to get 5 cars and just start feeding them. That way those towns will grow. In the meanwhile, we're also going to get a John Bull that's going to get 5 cars of wheat down to Chattanooga, load up with 3 cars of food and 2 cars of leather, and we're going to have it go to... Oh, we can't do that yet. Well, we're at least going to get the leather going. Let's get 4 cars of leather. And then that'll at least get us started here. And we're also going to go ahead and get the track upgraded, get a repair shop here at Knoxville. That first locomotive is set. Oh, yes, save the changes. We'll get that fixed up there. And then lastly, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get a John Bull to pull 5 cars of passengers. Now, eventually, we'll be able to get a better passenger locomotive. But we've also already blown through most of our money. So let's go ahead and get this unpaused so we can at least start building up our resources here. Now, the question is, can I just go ahead and build this double track? How much is that going to go? So that's not as bad as I thought. Oh yeah, that savings is there. And you know what, it's going to be tricky because now we have not a lot of cash, but I at least want to get the route between Cooksville and that done. So let's go ahead and make sure that that's all going there. That's going to go that way. So now we've got at least a good track for that. All right, so the bastard train's going. We've got our couple of wheat farm trains there. And the best part is once we start developing Cooksville, so once it actually grows enough, it'll allow for us to sell to the town directly, which will also make us some more money. So that'll be good. So T1's going, T2 is going, and we need to go ahead and advance. So you just collect the stuff there. Alrighty, and they're just reloading. We don't need to refuel T2 or 3 yet. Alright, so we might start playing with fire, but you know, at least we have 4 trains off the bat, and they're fairly upgraded. Now, our mission task, we have to hire staff, so we have to set up an HR department, purchase the textile factory, and we have 1,128 in-game days, 27 days to get that done, and I'm sure we'll have other stuff here. So right now we have our office, the 3 stations, in the wheat field. And hey, we're already making money. Whoa, we've made a lot of money. Thank you, Chattanooga. So with that there, we're going to go ahead and also upgrade Chattanooga to have a repair shop, which is then going to help with that. So that's good. We're going to go ahead and move that station around. Man, we're getting money out the wazoo. So let's go ahead and upgrade these, because that'll just be helpful to us as the trains start to run. And it's not going to let me because we need 3,000. So once the next Chattanooga train loads in, then we'll be good. Oh, and we're waiting for the ones going to the farm. Okay. Now, the other thing we do need to think about before we go too crazy, once we upgrade these tracks, is we need to get Chattanooga to the point that it can take its own meat supply, and we can also then run meat down to Knoxville. And the way that we need that is more with logs and coal ore. So across the river, we do have supplies of wood. We've got Calhoun, which has the sawmill. We've got a couple of places for coal. So it's going to make sense for us to cross here. Also, we have Fort Payne, which has a supply of cotton, which is going to help us with getting to Nashville, which is going to be the closest place for the textile factory. So let's just finalize getting the double track built up here, make a little bit of money, and then we'll look at what the next steps are. The other thing we do need to do, on top of everything else, is also start looking at upgrading our office to get that going. So let's see, how quickly can we... Oh wait, that's already upgraded. Duh. I'm a dumb boy. Cool. So then there should be a train going that way. We'll have this one go that way. All right. And we are in business. And T2 is stopped because it couldn't load all the ones. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and send it for what we've already purchased. Thankfully, we are still making oodles and oodles of cash. Oh, and now here's where we get fun. Now we're overdrafting. So just like in real life, if you start overdrafting from the bank, you're going to have to start having back payments and stuff. Thankfully, we paid it off pretty quickly, but it might behoove us to build up a little bit of a reserve. That way that doesn't happen regularly. Meanwhile, here comes our passenger train. Down in the Chattanooga. Let's make some money, please. Yeah, money. We don't need a second passenger train right now. Here comes T1. Let's see how much money we get off of that. All right, so that made us quite a bit here, and that's going to get fixed up. So let's look at the office. So 10,000 to do our first upgrade, and we've got 2 upgrade slots. So let's upgrade, and let's set up some stuff. So we have a research department. We have 5,000 to do, and it takes up 3 rooms in the building. And then an HR department that costs 7, and it takes up only 1 room. So let's go ahead and get both. Now the other fun thing is we can also upgrade. But in order for us to upgrade the building, we need to get a little bit more money. But I'd rather let's get the upgrades going here. So our next passenger locomotive is this one right here, the Dewitt Clinton. And I definitely want to get that because that's going to make our passenger services go up. Because as I was saying in the last episode, you basically kind of alternate between having a freight locomotive versus a passenger. And the best friend of Charleston is so freaking slow. So I'd rather get that going. And that costs us about 28 grand. So we only have 2,000 in the bank. So let's continue to make some money with the setup that we have. And then that'll just help us as we continue to upgrade here. But we do need to also look at the HR tab now that we have an HR department. So over here we have the labor exchange. Hire people to that have certain upgrades that'll help you with your railroad. So here we have John Roebling. He's going to cost us $540 a month. Upfront cost of $1,000, but he's going to make rails and bridges 10% cheaper. And because we have to build a bridge, that's an easy hire. So we're going to have him on the payroll. And then Alexander Latta, $250 a month, but the power of all of our locomotives is going to go up, which means that our acceleration is going to be faster. And because we have some heavy trains, that's also going to be good. Now that we have an HR department, you can see what the space is in the building. So we have taken up 37 square meters out of the 60 that our current setup allows. Monthly budget $790, and we have 2 people on staff. So now that we have that, we've got about 20 grand in the bank. Do we want to go ahead and upgrade this again? Not at the moment. Let's just continue trying to get money. And the way to get money is to get the farming stuff going. So I think it's going to make the most sense for us to build across to probably Calhoun. Or maybe we should build just straight to Atlanta, but like kind of weave our way over there and then have spurs to get the other resources. That might make the most sense. Because Atlanta also has a textile factory. So we got 50 grand in the bank. So let's at least go ahead and get started here. So we're going to go ahead and build out of here. And I think, even though it's a little weavy, we should do this. Okay, so that cost us a bit of money. But now we have a good source for logs. And once we have an extra train, or another money for an extra train, let's go ahead and start running 2 trains of logs. One that's going to run to Knoxville, one that's going to run the Chattanooga, and that's going to upgrade both of those centers here, which we may be able to do sooner rather than later. But the John Bull's 26, and I really don't want to get a best friend here. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so we just need to get a little bit more money then. Meanwhile, the wheat field at Cookville is being pretty well used, which is good. That's starting to fill up. And the other thing that's important is once you start getting the demand to a certain point, the price per unit drops on these, so it becomes less economical to run. So what we may end up doing is let's go ahead and after T2 does its next run, we're going to set up T1 to go basically Cookville to Knoxville, then back, then to Chattanooga and back. So it's going to basically take up that role, and we can repurpose one of our locomotives, which is probably going to be the smartest thing for us to do. Meanwhile, Chattanooga's finally starting to eat up some of the stuff from the farm, but we can't deliver it via train because it's just buying straight from. So it's going to help the town prosper and grow, but it's not immediately helping our coffers. And we do have enough money for a new locomotive. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and actually use T1 and run a 5-car train. And then go pull passengers if they have them to give it something to do. Drop them off at Chattanooga. Go to... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then meanwhile, this train is currently going Cookville to Chattanooga. Add another Cookville stop. That's going to run to Knoxville. Aha! So this is what we were talking about earlier. So this is going to be a cash ease. So the city market is where you can sell if you own an industry, where you can sell to the city to make money. So we're just going to have it set up on an auto system that if the wheat farm has more than 10, we're just going to auto sell to the town. And that's just making us money. So now we have 113,000. So that's excellent. Meanwhile, because we have the money, let's go ahead and start running logs. And let's also just go ahead and upgrade Chattanooga further. Yeah, let's go ahead and just upgrade it to the full. Because then I want to have a parallel track that's going to run next to this one so we can start doing trains going in multiple directions here. And because we have the money, we might as well spend it and get that going. Now, do I want to buy logging off the top of my head? I don't have the money for it. It also is full. The price will go down if there's less units inside of it, which is important to note. Let's go ahead and have that be the outgoing, incoming there. So that'll get those trains rolling to it. Because right now it's costing us 1,000 per log. So the price has gone down a little bit. Let's see. Probably the thing that's going to make the most sense is to have the track split off here from Cleveland. So one will go to Murphy. We'll call it the Murphy branch, if you will. And then the other one's going to go to Calhoun, which will then also give us our source of lumber. So I think that's going to make the most sense. But we also do have a lot of money, and we should upgrade here because this is going to help us. Let's go ahead and upgrade to Tier 2 with the office. And with that, we're going to expand our research department. We're going to expand it twice. Because researching now means that we have more people, which stuff is going to happen faster. I'm going to put a few people on just continuing to upgrade the John Bull, because that's going to be a stalwart for a while. Yeah, let's do that. That way now our 20 scientists are doing our thing. Aha, and here we go. Knoxville's finally demanding meat. So let's go ahead. How many more? Let's go ahead and we're going to add on a few cars of meat. And then, is there anything we could take to Cookville? No. But that'll then go there. Alright, so now we got our money plan in place. We're starting to make some more stuff. We are upgrading. And now we have another person. We could look at hiring Henry Campbell. Construction cost for soil works minus 15%. We already have a guy that's doing 2 of that. Oh, and here we go. Another person. Paul Hodge, $300 a month, about $2,000 up front. And he can upkeep our locomotives for 30% cheaper. So that's going to help us. Let's go ahead and hire him. And Cleveland now demands wood and grain. Where's Cleveland? Cleveland is... Oh. Aha. So this is the one that's going to Chattanooga. So we're going to then repurpose the one here from Knoxville. It's going to take that away. So it's going to run the Knoxville. And then it's going to go to Cookville. And then bring that back. So that's going to be our new strategy for making money. So we've got those 2 going. Yeah, and I think we definitely chose the right time. Because it looks like Knoxville still needs grain, but Chattanooga's almost full. Let's go ahead and buy this now that we've got the money, which then also means we can also set up an auto if we have more than 10 logs. We just sell it to City Hall, which again is getting us more money, and that'll continue to work in our favor here. So I want to get coal going because coal is always a good thing, and that all doesn't last super long. Let's go ahead, just have a little branch line go down here. And I want to go ahead and get a John Bull to start running coal to there. And then, because it's currently going this way, yeah, let's go to there. And just have it drop off. We'll probably redo that as we get more things. But all of our locomotives spawn at our initial place, so there's T6, the new John Bull. And let's buy... Oh, hey, we got the Dewitt Clinton! So, that's good. Let me buy one more freight locomotive. And you're going to go to there. 4 cars. And right now, he's just going to go back and forth, giving coal there. And let's go ahead and upgrade. And because this is a fairly minor stop, we are going to double track it, but we're not going to upgrade the station. We're going to do something else. And we'll do it like this. And that will tie in there. So basically what we've done is we're keeping the station level 1, but now we have it that way. We still have incoming and outgoing going like that. Let's take a look at our things here. So we definitely want to upgrade. Let's get the Dewitt Clinton upgrading here. And I want to look at... Oh, we got that... we got the 3 employees hired. Perfect. Let's look at the passenger train. So currently the John Bull has a maximum top speed of about 33 miles an hour. But its acceleration is atrocious because, again, it's a freight locomotive. But if we upgraded... It only is a $10 or a $6,000 upgrade. Let's take a look at the Dewitt Clinton just in general. So, nope, that's the wrong locomotive. There it is. Power is 60, where this one has 50. Pulling mass is 45 tons. This one's 85. So that might hurt us, but fuel consumption, maximum ages, max speed is 55. The max speed on this is currently 40, which we've upgraded plus 8. So that passenger run, it may behoove us to run fewer passengers, but maybe we'll keep that one just set for now, and we'll get another passenger locomotive soon. At the same time, we're going to go ahead and upgrade or move Cleveland so that way we can build another track, and that's going to head this way. That's going to go to Calhoun. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and upgrade this to again have 3 tracks. This is going to become our new main line. Let's go ahead, get that rolling. And because you're on the main and we've got the money, let's go ahead and upgrade you again. Okay. And the outgoing is middle, incoming is there. Now, does anyone need lumber yet? Oh, Cookville has passenger service now. Okay, so that's going well then. We don't need lumber just yet, but it's going to happen. So, what's going to make the most sense here? Let's look at the pass. No, that's the freight. Let's see. Yeah, we'll have you be a long distance, but just for the sake of giggles. Let's go ahead and get... So this can only hold 3, but the speed is now higher. And the acceleration should be higher. And have you get fixed up at Chattanooga. And you're going to be the local. Okay. So we'll see how much faster that is. So it's loaded up with its 3 people. Let's take a quick look here. And there's a little model. Yeah, so offhand, even though it only has 3 cars, it's going significantly faster than the John Bulls. So that'll help with just more people, faster, which is good. Now, I do want to start running logs to the sawmill, though. So that's going to run the Chattanooga. Yeah, we're not going to do that to Cleveland just yet, just because once one of the places doesn't need coal anymore, we can go ahead and just use that as we'll repurpose. But let's get a freight locomotive. Start running to there. We're not going to have it be fixed up just yet, because we're now going to look to expand further, even though we only have 18,000. I think the next place we have to go is Cedartown. Or Cedartown. Meanwhile, how is our upgrades going? 47 days, and then some of the John Bull stuff is there. So money's not an issue. We're doing good. Aha! Chattanooga now has mail and textiles. So textiles is going to be kind of the next thing to hit. Because up in Atlanta, we got a textile factory, and it needs cotton. So here we have a cotton farm. Okay, reliability's done. Power's still going. I think we're going to just go kind of all in on the Dewitt Clinton now. Because now this one's pretty well upgraded. I'm not going to worry about some of the other stuff on the John Bull, because again, we'll eventually get to not even using that locomotive. Let's go ahead and do... Nope, that doesn't look great. Just do maybe 2 sections? Yeah. And that's not going to do us any good at the moment. And which track did I build from? Well, okay. Should have built from the middle. Come on. There we go. Because that's not going to be great. There. Because that's again going to be the main line. Upgrade the station. And have it set for traffic. Does it really matter? Probably not, but... Alright, now we can build to Atlanta. And this is where the money is going to start absolutely rolling in. Let's go ahead and get that more or less going. And we'll upgrade the station. Repair shop. Level 2. Refueling. And boom. Okay. So now we've got opportunities, but we also don't have a lot of money. But Atlanta has something that we need, which is the lumber, because the other places aren't ready for it yet. It also has textile. So let's go ahead and get it to Dewitt Clinton. It's going to start doing passenger service from Chattanooga to Atlanta. Oh, we can stop at Cleveland, though, so let's add Cleveland to the list. Oh. Let's get those out of here. And then go back through Cleveland on the way back. Okay, so that's going to get passenger service started. We may get a second train going, depending on how good that goes. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and get a John Bull to do lumber to there. And then in between, it's going to go to Cedartown. It's going to go back to Atlanta. That way it's not overloading it, but it's going to start making us money and also getting that rolling. Meanwhile, we've got a couple of upgrades that have been going. Okay, let's get... Well, we have 15 people available. Let's go ahead and upgrade towards our future next locomotive. So we'll put 10 people on that. Let's get 5 people on power for the Dewitt Clinton. Okay. And that's rolling nicely. Atlanta could use some coal. We don't currently have any issues with coal not being needed. Let's look at the people. So looks like our office is getting full, which is why we can't do that yet. So we have 55 out of 6 square meters used, about $1,000 per month being used for that. Construction cost of rails 25, 20, soil works. We'll see. All right, so Chattanooga just had an upgrade. No longer needs grain, so we're gonna change where it drops off the goods in Chattanooga. Because now we can start abusing some of the things here. So we're going to get a meat train of 4 cars running over there. And because this has post offices, we'll also get that to fix up in Atlanta. Let's also get another train going. And this is going to be the textile train, so we'll take 5 cars of that, and we're going to run that to Chattanooga. And we're going to unload that back. And also have that be Atlanta-based. But we also need one more, which is going to be very important. It's our clothing factory train. So you're going to load up with that, and you're going to go all the way to the clothing factory. Because that's a fair distance away, we're going to have it do that. And this doesn't need clothing yet. It does have, looks like a few extra passengers. So we'll go ahead and do this. Let's set it that it only needs to haul 1 back. So that's going to get going. So we got passenger service rolling. We've got the post office stuff going. We've got more things for the meat farm. Logging is rolling. Do we need a coal train to Atlanta? Probably not yet, but it wouldn't hurt. You know what, Dewitt Clinton, congratulations. You have now been placed into coal service. The fast coal train. And then, yeah, let's just do that. All right, so let's go in. Let's take a look back here. So industrial real estate, we have to purchase a textile factory. So let's just go to Atlanta and look at our textile factory here, which is right there for 72,000. Mine. All right, there we go. Meanwhile, our upgrades are rolling. Do we need to upgrade? Are any trains getting caught at stations? No, it looks like everything's more or less going. And the clothing delivery, we have to deliver 10 clothes to the City Hall in Atlanta. Okay. So, we need to basically have a second textile train, and we can't do that yet because we don't have the money. But the moment this John Bull is available, we are going ham on it. Or do we want a Dewitt Clinton? No, we want a John Bull because a John Bull can haul. But hey, now we got the money. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it's going to need, like, yeah, a lot of textiles to go here. And we're going to bring 5 cars of that back. We're going to have that get fixed up there. All right. So that's rolling. DeWitt Clinton is doing its thing. You know what? Let's just kind of get a little bit more going on that. Okay. Trains are rolling. Things seem to be good. Let's take a look back at the office here. We can upgrade the HR department. It's another 10 grand. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's get all the way. Aha! Knoxville is now needing just general textiles and general mail. Perfect. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get a DeWitt Clinton. And now you are the mail train. Oop. Only 2. And we'll get you fixed up at Chattanooga, since there seems to be a little bit of a build-up now at Knoxville. And why is it at Knoxville? It's because it's looking for a path. Okay. So that's going. Now, the one thing that does suck is now that one of our log trains is making money there and is essentially buying the cotton and then just dropping it off. And the formula here is 1 cotton to 1 textile. But now that we own the textile factory, it might behoove us just to get another engine to just keep delivering textiles here. Or delivering cotton. What do we want to do here? Alright, nice. Our next major upgrade is done. Let's go ahead and, for the sake of completion, get the DeWitt Clinton upgraded a bit more. Calhoun now demands stuff. Now, which one was just our log train? Okay, so we're going to have it set up where because I think we're going to reach a point of critical mass here of sell first to, nope, to there. But then if you can't, just sell it to the town. Oh man, things are happening left and right here. Let's get power upgraded. Okay, things are going nicely now. We got money flowing in. Passengers are rolling. Okay, so Chattanooga also now demands lumber. We've got plenty of lumber there, so let's go ahead, get a lumber train going. It's going to run straight to Chattanooga, get fixed up. And then looks like passenger service is there. Let's haul up to 5. And then have it either drop off. Same sort of thing. This will just upgrade us. Looks like we do have a bit of a bottleneck though at the farm. We definitely need more wheat going in there. Let's take a look. This one's just Cleveland to Chattanooga. And that can now... Aha! So this is actually in our favor, because now we don't have a purpose for that. So logs need to go still to certain places, so... Let's see. Because we have a potential 2 bottleneck situation, but we also need to make money with logs. Let's go there. And then pick up lumber. Can we take lumber somewhere else? Let's take it to Atlanta. And then meanwhile, we will do 5 people there, 5 people there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. Alright, let's look at the labor exchange. Price of all locomotive, 16. Trains, max mileage, locomotive upkeep expensive. Yes. 0 coal burn, you are hired. I think the rest of it, we'll go with the number of locomotives we have and the price. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy it just so we have it. So let's see. So at this point, we're kind of just racing to the finish. 16 is in queue for loading. We do need to get another locomotive, though, for that. And we're just going to have a Dewitt Clinton. It's going to be the fast flyer here. Just to get us some more cotton in. Because everyone's waiting for textiles. And if we have that, then we can set up with the city market that we can sell if we have more than 10 textiles in stock. That'll just automatically sell to the city. Let's also get another John Bull. I think we don't have a train set up for just normal textiles. Maybe we do, but you know, let's put a second one, why not? So 4 go there. And yeah, let's do that. Okay, Nashville wants to develop a tourism business in the city. He's offered a grant to the first railroad company that can transport enough tourists. Alright, so we don't have to, but I want to. Let's also go ahead, get another freight going. Just another 4 there. Get it fixed up on either end of the railroad. Man, everything's happening now. Murphy's banning stuff. But we also have a fair stream coming in. So I think the easiest thing, let's go ahead and just build to Nashville because all it wants is passengers. So let's go ahead. There's no reason to stop anywhere else. Just kind of roll straight in. And because we have the Dewitt Clinton, let's do 4 people. Now, do we have the passengers to justify? Looks like from Cookeville, yes. Let's run a second train. And we'll just run it to Nashville. And we'll go ahead and upgrade Nashville. Has a shops. We have second coal loading spot. And we need to upgrade so it has 2 tracks. Because this could potentially just help us in the future. And looks like we gotta flip that station around. Man, we have so many damn things happening. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so Nashville's got that. Let's also get a mail train going from Chattanooga. So that's an easy way to make a lot of money. Jesus, Cleveland! Stop it. All right, so Cleveland's become a mecca of industry now. That's good. Trains are running. Let's look at the upgrades. All right, so what finished? The John Bull. You know what? We're kind of rolling with productivity right now. Let's just go ahead and get kind of like a completionist, sort of thing going. So they need 50 people. Let's see. Let's get a train from Cleveland. And Knoxville. How's Knoxville doing with passengers? Knoxville's also doing better, so let's go ahead. Love misclicking. Train has no purpose, so T15 can no longer drop off coal. Wait, that's the wrong train. Okay, so Atlanta, you don't need to do any more. Let's take the coal to Cleveland. And then on the way back, you can then take that. And I guess we're going to need to then get a repair shop there. Number 15. Yep, cool. Okay, so we really need to get the textile industry going here, because we're going to max out on the amount of leather that they can accept. Okay, T2 can no longer unload grain to City Hall. So what we will do is we're just going to make you a Cookville to Chattanooga. And you'll bring back 3 cars of mail. So there's that. Okay, what is all of you waiting on? You're waiting on that. On that. I think we need to add one more train of wheat. And all you do is wheat. Yeah, I'll run that one at a loss if I have to, just to keep up with production. Because right now all of them are just kind of stacking on top of each other. We're making plenty of money, but the problem now is we have this this point. Does anyone else have to get done here? Let's install, so that's there. Let's do a faster maintenance and a filling station speed up. Alright. So really we're just being held up by the amount of meat. So we're just going to keep doing that. Okay. Knoxville now demands lumber. Okay. Sounds like we need another lumber train. Nope, it's not going to need that. Let's then take, what has it got? Let's take that 4 to Cleveland, which then we can load 4 cars, and then same sort of thing. Okay, so that's going to get that going. Holy crap, there's so much happening. Let's go ahead and just maximize the Dewitt Clinton. So now, okay. Cleveland no longer demands grain. We'll see what happens with those trains then. So the main thing I'm caring about now is just, okay, Cookville no longer demands grain. Textiles. So the trains that are waiting are textile trains. So the question is, where are our textile trains? So there's T19, which is literally just doing doing that. So we're just held up by the actual factory now. Okay. So it's not necessarily anything that we're doing wrong. It's just the fact that it needs to play catch up. And it seems to be doing that at a decent rate. Okay. So that's good. Yeah, because once all these trains are out of here, then that's just going to allow that to go. And let's see, do we need to upgrade this? Faster maintenance. Okay, Calhoun now demands passenger service. Do we have any railroads that or engines that need to be switched? Chattanooga no longer demands coal. Okay, so that's going to affect something here. Let's see. Let's go ahead, put our people onto the Dewitt Clinton. And do we have any of those trains rolling yet with... Okay, so we are developing clothes. So clothes is now in production. So that's good. So we are starting to get closer to the end goal here. Let's take a look at our profitability. Oh, no, we can't, because this one now cannot unload coal to City Hall. Which train is it? T7. Okay. All right, so that was just running there. And that was going from Murphy, which is our coal mine. So let's have it run instead to Cookville. And then it's just going to do that for a bit. And we're going to go ahead. Filling station speed up and a repair shop. And that was what, T7? Yeah. Okay, so what's the hold up here? Oh, it's passenger service. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, now let's take a look at the book. So we are averaging anywhere from, oh man, we're up to like almost 500,000 a quarter. So that's good. So let's take a look at last quarter, just a point of comparison. Bank was 487,000, buildings 183, building upgrades 255, railroads were almost 200, research complete, liabilities and retained earnings. So yeah, we are making quite a bit. And then as far as expenses, not too much. Uh-oh, T1, our first locomotive, what's up with you? Cleveland is no longer accepting. Oh, it will. We're just going to change the, wait, Cleveland. Knoxville. Oh, okay. There it goes. Alright. We lost a few cars, but oh well. We needed it for the sake of innovation. Meanwhile, we have 2 more people. Cost of research, 5%. We're not really going to construct any more rails, so I will take the research discount. Because our money is flowing. And, okay, that's all doing its thing. The clothes factory is doing its thing. How is our research going? Okay, 82, 82. Reliability on the John Bull is the one that's taking quite a bit. I'm not as worried about the John Bull. I'd rather get these 2 done first and then maybe move people over. Yeah, I think that's going to be the call here. So. Okay. We are working faster. We've almost gotten the express line to Nashville maxed out. Now, Nashville also has textiles. Is it worth it, though? I almost feel like we're maxing out what we can do. Yeah, now looks like the textile factory's played catch up, so that's good. So I'm not too worried. I'm not going to get the other textile thing going. Meanwhile, T6, the John Bull having the same problem. So it's going Murphy to Knoxville. So it's dropping off coal. Then it was going Cookville to Cleveland. Well, I think we can just get Cleveland out of the mix and just drop it off at Murphy then. So that's the goal. Okay, so we'll keep that going. Man, everything is like happening all at once. And our money, we almost got $1 million in the bank. So that's excellent. We have a very profitable organization at the moment. But meanwhile, what the hell is happening at Chattanooga? Is it just waiting for paths, which is what it looks like? Let's take a look, though. Passenger service to Nashville. So that's just passengers. That's waiting on the mail. Okay, so you know what? Let's do that. It's T13, so let's go to T22. You now only need to pick up one person. So at least it'll have that going. T24. Knoxville to Nashville. Knoxville to Chattanooga. So that's just waiting on one. So we'll make it so you only have to wait on one. T17, what's going on with you? What the hell? Okay, so that's T17, T20. So it's just the mail. Alright, so that should clear up some stuff, but it's also going to mean that we have more textile stuff incoming. And looks like that's doing fine. Mainly it's just we just need to run more trains. Or more trains are running, I should say. Do we need anything else? Locomotive upkeep. You know what? Screw it. Let's go ham. And have we done any of the closed direct deliveries yet? So let's see, we got a clothing train that's on its way back. That's bringing 5. And then we'll just need to do it again. And what's our time constraint? 524 days? It might behoove us to get a second one. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's do a second one. Although, no, it's not going to help us too much, but at least it might. Because it has to make its way all the way over from there. No, and I really don't want to have to do a tunnel. Okay. Trying to figure out whether it made sense to make like a cutoff, essentially, from Atlanta straight down to Knoxville, which then avoids all the S-curviness of this. I don't think we need to be that crazy. I'd rather have more money in the bank for this. Meanwhile, let's take a look at our research real quick. So fuel consumption and reliability is moving forward on the Dewitt Clinton. And yeah, I'd rather get the Dewitt upgraded. Oh, T1's up to its tricks again. Okay, so Knoxville no longer demands that. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to go ahead and retire you. I'm sorry, buddy, you're scrapped. What the hell's going on with that train? Okay. And there is another place we can take this leather. Okay. You know what? We're gonna do it because I am evil Homer. You can quote me on that. But we're not stopping anywhere. We are literally doing a see if we can just do this. Hey, wait, hold on. There's a locomotive that broke. What the hell? T23. What the hell? Well, that's my own fault. Okay. Oh, and I can't do that because it's out on the map. Damn. No, let's not have an 11% grade. Maybe it'll then come together. Yeah, let's just do like that, and then... Yeah, so that'll then get stuff in or out. Let's flip that. It'll go either way through the tunnel here. And then... Yeah, kind of like an actual railroad would do. Because of course we have this giant sweeping tunnel over there. Oh, we're finished with those two. Okay. So I mainly want to get this done. So we're just going to put everyone on there. Okay, tourists, we only need 2 more people. Okay, there goes some of the John Bulls. Okay. Cookville no longer demands wood. Okay, so that also needs to get fixed up. Okay, express line is done. Excellent. Hired employees is done. We've delivered 5 of the 10 clothes. Okay, that's done. Let's go ahead. We have one last thing to do on the Dewitt Clinton, so I'm going to go ahead and put everyone on here so we can get that done in 100 days. So I think that's probably going to be the last upgrade we get in this mission, which will help us out here, because the clothing factory is pretty much cranking at this point. And just for the sake of being silly, let's go ahead and run a train of clothes to there. Okay. Since we got the money, why not? And what's holding it up? T8 is passengers. T30 is clothing. T30, okay, that's T30. Okay, so we'll see how we have to balance some of these other locomotives here and cars. It looks like things are rolling pretty smoothly. Because then what is it, T8? It's passengers. T14 is textiles. Okay, that one. Okay, so that train T20. I'm gonna reroute it. You're gonna go to Cookville. Okay. And then T20 is not one of ours, so T14, what's T14? That's just passenger train, okay. T13 can no longer unload at City Hall. That's fine, you're not going to go to Cleveland. Okay. Because it looks like Chattanooga just wants that. Great news. Recent textile factory in Birmingham, which will sign a contract for textile production. Where's Birmingham? You know what? Fine. But we're going to do this the stupid way. We're going to cheese the hell out of it. I guess finally we're going to get Nashville to have that going. So we're going to skip that. Where's the nearest cotton field? Okay. Okay. Oh, why is my game now being silly? Okay, there we go. So we're going to go ahead. Then it's going to drop off. I'm going to make 2 of those. And meanwhile, because we've got the kind of money that just says, I don't care. We're also going to do that, and we're going to get 2 of them. This may be crazy. Maybe we'll end the campaign before we get to this point, but you know what? We're just going to go for it, because why not? It's funny. Okay. So let's see what happens. And because we have the ability, because I want to try to get this done before get 2 of that going. Okay. So that'll help with all the textiles. So I guess the question is, where is a clothing train? Oh, it's waiting to go. And that is the game-winning one. So the question, I don't think we're going to get that delivery of textile thing done. Unless I purposely pause that locomotive. Which I don't think we can at this point. So we're just going to follow this and see what happens. Look at these profitable trains. Oh, it's those all of my light engines just running down there. Yeah, they are. Okay. Wow, look at them. Go, 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 go. Go, my light engines. It's actually kind of funny. Okay. Meanwhile, clothing train is clothing its own way down. Oh, that route's seeing a lot more traffic than I thought it would, so that's actually a good thing that we did that then. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get that extra bonus. That would be nice, but... Okay. But we are going to get the work faster bonus. And we got it. Well, it doesn't hurt us that we didn't get that one. But hey, we did it. We have successfully completed mission number 2 and upgraded quite a bit here on the railroad. And wow, our network, we doubled from what we did last time. Guess that's what helps. Having 1.4 million in the bank, plus 15,000 miles of rail, 36 locomotives, 1,243 cargo moved, lots of research, lots of buildings, experience. So we did it. All right, so next time we'll go on to mission number 3, and we'll see what we can do here in Railroad Corporation. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate having you here, and we'll see you next time.